Santa's helpers doing Jingle Bell Rock.
Jingle bell, jingle bell, jingle bell rock. Jingle bells chiming, jingle bell time. Dancing and prancing in Jingle Bell Square.
Hi there, it's Nate Tibbs again. Happy holidays, Merry Christmas, Happy Hanukkah, and Happy Kwanzaa, and Happy Winter Solstice, and so forth and so on. Because there's a plethora of things around this time. This is the Yuletide podcast. Basically, I'm going to endeavor to, in the next however long this takes, to tell the stories, tell why I believe certain holiday films stay relevant even in today's world, and share some funny stuff. I am just pulling up a thing that I did on Facebook to talk about, and it's called The 12 Days of a Demented Christmas. And here it is. The first, it's a series of images on my Facebook. It's merely meant for entertainment, merriment, if you will. The first image is that of Chevy Chase in Christmas Vacation, and his long-winded rant. Go see the movie from 1989, Christmas Vacation, better known as National Lampoon's Christmas Vacation. Just briefly, because I can go off on that, there's a end picture in this album, just a bookend this album that has Randy Quaid from the same movie, pre-Going Nuts Randy Quaid, where he's emptying the toilet from his RV home, and he says, Merry Christmas, shitter is full, in the movie. That's a direct quote, so I can't swear too much more, but that's a direct quote from that movie, so, which is PG-13, by the way. So, anyway, he's emptying the toilet, the chemical toilet on the RV into a sewer near Chevy Chase's house, which comes into play later in the movie, as well as spoilers, so I'm not going to say what happens, but go take a look at it if you remember it. Have a good laugh thinking about it. But basically, the movie is written by John Hughes, the same guy that wrote and directed Breakfast Club, 16 Candles, Pretty in Pink, Weird Science, and he also wrote movies such as Dutch and Home Alone, that franchise, all four. Very prolific man over the course of his too short life. Anyway, the movie is Chevy Chase, Beverly D'Angelo, and Juliette Lewis, and Brian Doyle Murray, and Randy Quaid are the big names in there. People who are film aficionados will recognize other people from the movie. This is the third in the Vacation series. First one was National Lampoon's Vacation. Second one was National Lampoon's European Vacation, also known as European Vacation for shorthand. And then this one, which is Christmas Vacation. And that was followed by Vegas Vacation. that time it's just Vegas Vacation, not even National Lampoon's, it's just Vegas Vacation. And that one has its own set of stars sprinkled throughout it as well. But in this particular one, it basically Chevy Chase is the same hapless buffoon who kind of stumble bumps his way through being a father. And this time it's during holiday time, vacation from work, vacation from school, and hence the title, clever. And they go and have various misadventures, like trying to pick out a Christmas tree, trying to do Christmas shopping. They do some family activities that go awry, sledding and stuff. Goodness, old movies, 90-something minutes, and lots jam-packed into it, so anyway, check it out, good film. Same guys as I wrote, John Hughes, wrote the Home Alone films, which is also good to watch at this time of the year. Funny. Check it out, take a look, funny. So anyway, that's 3 very good Christmas films for you to check out. And said, other films to check out. Naturally, there's a plethora of films at the holiday times to check out, such as Shop Around the Corner, 1940 James Stewart film. There's Miracle on 34th Street, the original from 1947. Very funny, very nice, very romantic, fun little movie. Everything that the trailer tells you that it is without showing you anything, interestingly enough. So check it out. Then there's the remake of that from 1993. And that's with the dude from Jurassic Park, the old dude that invented Jurassic Park. The next film that I can recommend is something titled The Miracle of the Bells. If you want to see something controversial, it's Frank Sinatra as a priest and Fred McMurray as a publicity agent who's trying to do the dying request of an actress who just died in Hollywood. He came from a small town where Sinatra was a priest. And it's a big publicity stunt to get the bells to ring at a certain time on Christmas Day in her honor. So that's that. That's the movie The Miracle of the Bells. The next movie is The Man Who Came to Dinner with Monty Woolley as just that, The Man Who Came to Dinner. So check that one out. That's again from the 1940s. Obviously, the Home Alones and Christmas Vacation. There is a plethora of films, but the one that I'm going to focus on now for the next few moments to round out this podcast is one called It's a Wonderful Life. Probably the most enduring one from 1946. It was made in 46 and released in 47. But it is, again, probably the most enduring one. Reason being is government. Government and big business. Big businesses buy out little businesses all the time, or outdo little businesses, so that little businesses have to close, i.e., mom and pop stores go out because the big chain ones come in, like Borders, even though that's gone now, but other ones are succeeding where Borders failed. So there's all sorts of freaking things where this just resonates through and through. So that's just the business level. Then when you talk about the government, It's a Wonderful Life is about stopping the spread of communism, according to the FBI, who it had everybody involved with that movie shadowed for like 10 years after making that because they were so spooked by it. Now, mind you, this is the same government that cares about us enough to tell us what kind of televisions that we need to have and that we need to, have the latest and greatest of everything through advertisements and, trying to sell us the same old stuff of, oh, well, your vote counts, we care about what you think, all this other stuff. Hey, let's face it, folks, without getting too political, almost impossible, right? Without getting too political, let's face it, we're at the point where it's the government, by the government, for the government, because of the government. And the big American snow job is that we still have a voice. We don't. That's been taken away from us over the course of time. And it will just continue to get worse from here. Hate to tell you, but it's true. So, mark my words, we're in trouble. So that's the extent of my political stuff, but how does that relate to It's a Wonderful Life? But how did what I just say relate to It's a Wonderful Life? It's a Wonderful Life, you remember if you've seen the movie. If not, go see it. Friggin' stop listening to me, because I'm going to spoil the damn thing for you. So spoilers. If you continue to listen, you haven't seen this movie. It's a Wonderful Life. Ralph Potter, played by John Barrymore, is slowly but surely taking over a town called Bedford Falls, where Jimmy Stewart and his wife and kids live, and where he grew up and whatnot. And he's a pretty well-respected man about town, Jimmy Stewart. George Bailey in the movie. And so George Bailey decides one night, and this is the plot of the film, to off himself because he's had such a rotten time of it and he can't see his way clear as to how he's going to get out of the troubles that he's in with the business that he's got folding up, in bankruptcy, and all this other stuff. So all this stuff is kind of piling up on him, and an angel who spends the bulk of the movie getting to know George Bailey via his superior's help in heaven, because that was one, comes to Earth to help him, and through a miracle, a trick, whatever you want to call it, proves to George Bailey that he does indeed have a wonderful life. Again, cute, ain't it cute? The idea of the title of the film. So, how does that relate? Well, in the movie, Ralph Potter is going around telling people things like, I am here to help you in this time of crisis, which he says to George Bailey in a very sincerely insincere manner, very much like a politician. And so you can kind of draw parallels to how politicians kind of show up with Ralph Potter and the banks being in trouble, and Ralph Potter bailing out the banks. Well, what did the government do this year? But bail out the banks.